up guys, and welcome back to Don's Little Hobbies. And in today's video we are going to be actually putting together part 2 of this mega build. We are building the atat, an absolute blast. I'm having an absolute blast building this. I'm not in a rush. I'm just sitting back, enjoying the build. It's been taking me a couple of days because I've had other things to do. I've only pretty much done this whenever I had the spare time to do it. And it so far has been a challenging build, but a fun build. At the same time, I do have a couple of issues with the build as well, but we'll actually discuss that in my next video. My next video is actually going to be where I'm going to talk the most. As for this video, I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of the footage of what I've been, of course, up to building part 2 of the atat and talk about it here a little bit. So let's go through this just a little bit, shall we? First off, I am, of course, trying my best to build what is the outer shell of the main body, because here we got the main body, and now I got to put together the outer shell. And yeah, you know what, just like I say in every single one of these videos, guess what? If you make a mistake, it's Lego. Just undo it. I don't cut out my mistakes. I don't do anything. And yes, I made quite a few mistakes putting together this part of the build, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. You can easily tell. You can easily watch this video, and you can tell every single time I make a mistake. It's actually almost embarrassing how many mistakes I actually end up making trying to put together this build. And part of it is part of it is actually the tricky build itself, as well as the other part of it is just me not paying enough attention. So it's one of those things. Which one do I really want to count most? Do I want to count for human error here from myself, or do I want to actually count from the fact that this build is actually kind of complicated, kind of hard to put together? And in the end, I'm just gonna call it, I'm just gonna call it what it is. It's human error. It was honestly human error, but it was not easy getting these pieces together on some of this. It really wasn't, and it was kind of annoying. However, I'm telling you what, the worst part was that stream. Out of every single part of this build, the worst part of the build was just dealing with that string that Luke Skywalker dangles from. That's actually amusing. That's actually what the hardest part of this entire build was for me. But it took me a little while. Another problem that I kind of had with this is every time I went to actually go put a piece on it, something else would fall off. Now, part of that is, of course, because, well, it's not put together, right? The other part of that is because, well, it's not put together right because of the design of the build. You know, and that's something I have to mark down here on the build. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have this set, if you guys put it together and you had the same issues that I had putting together, where you just found every time you went to go put a new piece on, another piece would just fall off. And it would just take me more time. It would actually be a little bit more irritating to put together. Again, it wasn't that irritating to me because, again, I wasn't in a rush to put this together. I was just kind of hanging out. I was listening to some tunes, kind of had some time, kind of had a Thursday night, didn't know what else to do, so I started putting this kind of thing together, and that's the thing. You'll see throughout this video that my shirt changes a couple of times, as well as within the next video. That's because I did this over a course of a couple of days, actually over the course of a couple of weeks. Like I put together a couple pieces maybe had one full night of hanging out with some music, putting this together, and then I would get up, I would leave, and then I would take 2-3 days doing other things before I got back to it. So I was in no rush to put this together. It was tons of fun, just something to relax to, and that's what I really like about Lego. You know, it's just something to do, something fun, something a little artistic. You know, you can if you want to, you can put together something yourself from the Legos you have, or you can literally put together the set the way the set is supposed to look like I am, of course, doing with this, because obviously I am trying to build the AT-AT, and it's up to you. But Lego has always been kind of fun, so something just to do, something just to put together. I've enjoyed Lego ever since I was a little kid, and yeah, it's really funny because as a kid, the only Lego I had was the Harry Potter Lego set. That actually I didn't even put those together. My dad put those together for me, and then eventually me and him started putting together our own little like mock builds of like cars and stuff together. That was fun for a while, but eventually I grew out of Lego, and I didn't get back into Lego till years later, after I started just collecting Star Wars. As soon as I was getting back into Star Wars again, and my dad bought me just a random Lego set, just something to do, and now look, now I'm building the Lego AT-AT. Oh my god, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, at this point, I'm basically just rambling on to have something to talk about within this video, because to be honest with you, this is kind of a long video. It's 15 minutes of just me putting together part 2, and we're not even going to finish this in this video. That is right. This is part 2 of the Lego AT-AT, kind of a mega build. So if you guys have not seen part 1, link to that will be in the description. There'll also be a card at the end of this video. There'll also be a card somewhere in the middle of this video as well. You guys can go check out part 1 of the mega build of me building together the Lego AT-AT if you guys want to. And yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. Enjoy part 1, enjoy part 2, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys in part 3 when we actually dive deep and actually review this AT-AT together properly. Alright, so now we have the legs on the AT-AT. Definitely cool, definitely cool. I really like the at least look of the AT-AT. I am liking the way it's coming together. I do have a lot of problems with it, but we'll talk about that in the next video, guys, when we put the head together of the AT-AT and finish this up. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the build so far. And with that said, I am out for now, guys. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.